Hi everybody, this is Tanya again. Now this is a really quick and easy meal that even the kids could cook really. But it's a kid's meal that they'll love. Parents will love it too, because I love it. One of my favorite dishes is this little cheap dish. Now you know I learned all about cheap dishes because as I told you there were 7 of us. So we didn't have much. Everything had to stretch. Now, this is a good cheap meal. Quick too. It's called Weiner Spaghetti. Now I know you've had all kind of other spaghetti, but it's nothing like Weiner Spaghetti. So you gotta try it. Now what I've done already, I've prepared everything. I chopped up a whole onion. I've got my tomato paste, 1 can of tomato paste, 1 can of tomato sauce. I've opened those already. You're going to use about a pack of spaghetti and a pack of Oscar Mayer wieners, the best wieners for me. And I've already started my water to boil. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my skillet. Just a little bit. To fry the wieners and the onions. So what we're going to do now is to put the wieners in the skillet. You got to try to keep them from running away, because they will roll on you if you're not careful. So, alright, we got that done. Now we're going to put our onions in there. Just dump your onions in there, your chopped onions. I got to use my little ninja today. So, we're going to let that cook a little bit, stir it up. Put a little bit of seasoning salt. I told you this is a quick, fun, and easy meal. Put a little bit of seasoning salt in there. As much as you want, you know, as much as you think you need. Spices, you know, or your own taste. Put a little bit of chili powder in there. A little bit of turmeric. And some pepper. See how easy that is? Quick and easy meal. And the kids, believe me, will love it. Everybody gets tired of regular spaghetti. However you cook it, it still gets tiresome and boring. So spice things up with a little fun. A little wiener. Kids will love it, believe me. I'm going to make some biscuits later to go with this. Bring my water back to a boil here. I had it at a boil, but while I chopped the wieners, I turned it down, so I wanted to prepare everything so it wouldn't take so long. I tell you, now there's some recipes. When you got big families and you got to do stretchers, like I did that tuna on toast, that was a stretcher for my family. You know, of course we had beans all the time and things like that, but this was one that we look forward to. This, chili mac, we look forward to that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is good. It's good and fun. Fun to cook. Now, I like my wieners to cook as much as where they char a little bit on the outside, because I got them thinly sliced, and I want them to char a little bit on the outside. And you talking about good? Not burnt. My son said burnt. No, not burnt. Just char them a little bit on the outside. put that spaghetti in a minute. Just come back to a boil in a sec. And we're going to put that spaghetti in. Let this cook a little bit. It's not going to take long. You know, and I tell you about these quick and easy meals because you can go home and cook it. If you have teenage children, you can have them do the preparation. Just get on the phone and call them before you get home and tell them to prepare the stuff. And you come home and cook it. But it only takes about 30 minutes for each meal, if that much. Now, Checkers, all of them, $8 hamburgers for a third-pound hamburger meat. Now, do you know what you can do with that $8? You go out there and buy you a whole pack of hamburger. You know, get you a box of spaghetti, whatever. You know, and fix a meal for your whole family. That one burger is not going to cut for 8 people or something like that. You going to cut that for 8 people? Have everybody starving to death? No. Get one of these quick and easy meals together. The kids could prepare it before you get home. And you guys have a good meal. Get some bread. Walmart does carry that French bread. Put some butter on that bread. Slice that bread up and put it in the oven and toast it. And put it with your meal. You gotta learn how to count the pennies. So, I want to stir this up, char it a little bit. Starting to get brown around the edges. And that's what you want, because that's where your flavor really comes from. Is that little char on the edges of the wieners. I know you guys say this is a really cheap meal, but I bet you some of those rich people would be cooking it too if they knew the recipe. Because just because it's cheap don't mean it's not good. And it's good. I've got the onions and everything cooking all in there, simmering all in there. So, I'll show you what it looks like so far. Just some onions, a little bit of oil, the seasoning, the meat. And we're going to start getting that crisp on the outside with the flavor all going through the meat. And then, you know you got your big bite of flavor when you bite into it. Okay, we'll let that cook just a little bit. Oh, the water is starting to boil. We put our package of spaghetti in there. I got about a couple of packs in this bowl here, so I'm going to have to kind of measure it out. But me, when I eat spaghetti, Weiner Spaghetti, I like the spaghetti and the sauce more than I like the wieners. So when I go through it, get me some out, I leave the wieners in the pot. You know, get just a couple of wieners. Because that's all I want is just a couple of wieners. Because the flavor of that sauce is so good. And the spaghetti, I think that's about a pack. So, let that boil. Come back to my wieners and check them. char a little bit. Onions are cooking in there really good. And that turmeric kind of makes it a little orange, remember. Just a little bit of orange. So, get this spaghetti together, let it cook. I'm not going to hold you up while that cooks. Let that spaghetti cook for a few. So that's going to be a few minutes. And then we'll come right back. Okay, now what you're going to do is put your tomato sauce and your tomato paste in. I've already started doing that. Put your tomato sauce and tomato paste in there. And you're going to put 2 cans. I used my tomato sauce can. Put 2 cans of water to start. You may need just a little bit more, but just put 2 cans of water to start. Be sure to turn your fire down too, because my meat was ready. And so went on ahead and put that tomato sauce in there first. Turn my fire down and put 2 cans of water. Now I just put my tomato paste. I think I may have to add just a little bit more water. But you don't want it too watery. You want it more tomatoey. That's why I use the paste and the sauce. I think I'll just put just a little bit more water. Maybe 3/4 of a can more. And that should be it for that. You see, I'm using my iron skillets. I told you those iron skillets. Oh, can't live without them. I can't see myself in a house without my iron skillets. With all silver pots and pans. That's not real cooking to me. You use those silver ones for certain things. Okay, let me check my noodles. I put my noodles on 7 minutes. So let me check my noodles. Because you don't want those overcooked. Remember, don't overcook your noodles. They'll be terrible if you do. I love my little tool. My little fun tool. I get to use that a lot, don't I? You get to want it. Just killing. Okay? We'll let that cook for about another 2 more minutes. About another 2 more minutes for that spaghetti. So, make sure my fire is down low on my sauce, or else it's going to be popping everywhere and it might pop you too. That's not going to be no fun. So, gotta make sure your fire is down low for your sauce. I'll be taking those noodles out in a minute. So let me get my colander ready. I'm going to use one of the big bowls. My sauce is just simmering here. Just waiting for the spaghetti to get ready. This mess I made over here, I just a pot everywhere. And I managed to jump back just in time. because I forgot to turn the fire down at first. And it was going everywhere. So, that spaghetti should be ready in a sec. You don't want it too hard. You don't want it too soft. You want it just right. And I guess about 9 minutes should do it. So, perfect. 9 minutes to do it. Strain out your spaghetti. And then put it back in the pot. Just dump it back in the pot. Come on in there, spaghetti. Caught in the holes, I think. Maybe I should have used a smaller strainer. But anyway, we got that one. Now, for the big reveal, we're going to dump our sauce into the spaghetti now. Stir it up one more good time to make sure everything is off the bottom, the onions and everything is all mixed up. Now be careful so the stuff doesn't burn you. And these iron skillets, all depending on what size you have, they can be heavy after a while. So, you gotta do what you're going to do fast. So, done with that. Remember I said don't let your iron skillet sit in water, but I'm going to let it sit in this dishwater until I finish talking to you. And believe me, it's going to be washed up and dried up. Here, I bring it over here. These handles are hot. So, anyway, I hate to turn my back on you while I'm talking. So, I'm just mixing it all up. And you always want this to sit for a few minutes. You put the top on it, and you let it sit. And that's when your seasonings just marinate through that spaghetti. Remember I told you I like the spaghetti more than the meat? The spaghetti and the sauce, that's where that comes from. Never feed this right immediately, if you can help it. If you can make the kids wait just a few minutes while it sits. So be sure to cook this for your kids, because they're going to love it. And if you got a big brood, honey, get you 2 packs of them Oscar Mayer wieners and 2 packs of spaghetti. Just double your ingredients. You have a big old huge pot of spaghetti with wieners, fried wieners in it. Now, you know I used to use hot links, but it's hard to find the kind of hot links that I like. And you basically just swap the meat. That's all you do, swap the meat. And then you have a hot link spaghetti. So try that. Or the Hillshire Farm sausage. But me, personally, for an everyday, I mean, you know, the first thing I think of, Weiner spaghetti. So I'm going to let you see this. Let's see. Pull my camera down just a little bit so you can see it better. Yeah. Weiner spaghetti. Smells yummy too. I just love it. So make sure you try it. And remember, if you want some more of those quick recipes, subscribe, like, and share with your friends or your family so they can cook these good old quick recipes too. But your kid's gonna love this. Get some garlic bread, that dollar bread that they have at Walmart. You can put some butter or some garlic spread on it, and got a good meal right there. So subscribe, like, and let me know how they like it. All right. Bye.